out. Okay, so and if you have any project question, you can come here tomorrow morning. I will answer for you. Okay. Exactly same as before, right? I forgot. Oh, I forgot to add. I want to using JSON Web Token. Okay. I want to use JSON Web Token. I just generate a string and then use. Okay. So what's gonna happen is, oh yes, I recorded. Okay, I recorded. Okay. See you guys tomorrow. For people, no question. You have question? Yeah. Okay. Then wait for me. Okay, I will do it really quick. Okay. Or if you cannot wait, ask me tomorrow morning. Okay. Or ask me on Teams. Or think up. Without a listen. 1,000. For log in, log out. First, when log out, and that's very simple. Just remove that string on the client. But for log in, we know for all other requests, we have to go through login, right? But the login itself no need to be authenticated, right? You got me? Do you get it? Okay, okay. So we can let's make our structures first. Okay. Oh, they say they have a login problem. Then they left choice. Then we have the models. Models. Let's make some user.js. Okay. More let users equals like array, and here let's make a two user like ID is because we hard coded, right? Username is let's say test1. Okay. Password is what thing? Password is like a PWD, however. Like this one user, and the other one ID is 2. And we have another username is test2. Do you guys have a question on the login? If no, then I don't need to do because not so many students here. PWD, okay, like this, right? Then we have a user, okay, module.exports equals class user, right? You can use anything you like. Okay, constructor. I have doesn't matter ID, username, password. Okay, I have this dot ID equals ID. The reason we have here is when we send the things, we can get it the same structure. Username. This dot password equals password. Okay, so we will have one called the find user. Okay, you got me? Then our depends if you want if let's use static. Okay, some people like static. Okay, you can have a username, password, right? Password. So we will do what? We will do user start find what's thing u dot username. Okay, username. Equal. I just using 2 equal, but this one string is fine. Okay, but if you have numbers, make sure you just use 2. You use 3, gonna have a type checking. And what's in u dot password equals what's in equal. Don't use 1. 1 means assign. Okay, password, right? And then if const user equals, and if user, we can do like this way. Let me think about it. Let me just return user here. I will do change if I made a mistake. Okay, because I haven't decided what should I do. Okay, so here we will have what's thing, router. Okay, I will have a user router.js file and have a const express equals require express and have a const what thing router equals express dot router, this one, right? And module dot exports router. Okay, and here app.js is going to do is const user router equals require router, what's thing you router, right? Then I will do a login here. Okay, what's thing? You app.use, okay, slash login. Then I'm going to use user router dot, what's the, I haven't wrote, right? Router dot post, okay, slash, okay, I will do user controller dot something, okay, like a login, how about that? Okay. Then I will have a user controller. Oh, I remember what I'm confusing here, because when I do the a long time ago, I use auth login, auth controller, auth thing, okay. Exports dot login equals request response dot next. Then I use static, right? I use static, right? So here I will have a what's the const user equals require model slash user. I will use user dot find user. I have request body dot username. Request dot body dot password. Okay. So here is what's gonna happen. Because we have to return what's that? We have to return the string, right? So decide what you want, okay? So here we have to return if user find, okay? I have response. My goodness. Response status. Let's have a status, okay, which is 200, okay. Dot JSON, okay. You can directly give user, but it's not recommended to give user, because if we have user, what's gonna happen? It's gonna have password inside. Normally, we don't give password to the, to a cookie. And the same when we use JW2. Normally, we're gonna form a JSON, and which what we said in the exercise is have a date, new. I think there's something called a now. In JavaScript, have something called a now. Okay. If you don't like, just have a username, like a user.username. Okay. Or you can also give ID there. Because ID later on, when we search for the products playlist or shopping cart, right? You need to use this ID to search. Okay, it's gonna be easier when we go back and come back. Okay, so JSON string back like this way. If not find, let's just throw here. Then we can take care by the error handling. Like okay, so here we can change it here. Okay, if user find, just return user. Okay. And else what's the throw error? Okay.
So that might return any terms as well.
No, it find if we cannot find it, we'll return undefined. Undefined will go else. But if we will use index, then you can also do okay. Filter you will return empty object. When you use a filter here, it's gonna return empty array. Okay, but a find will return undefined. New error. You can make a couldn't find the user. Find the user. Okay, we don't give detailed information, just couldn't find the user. Okay, this way, and then we'll finish here, right? Oh, Wait, we don't need to have if, okay? You got me. Don't need to have if condition here. But okay, you got. I don't need to have if condition, right? Because we guarantee this one should be the user find it, because otherwise it's gonna throw error here, right? So we find the user login and the slash login post. Did I finish everything? Except here have to do what's the what did you use the post? Oh no, your router. My bad. Okay, like this, right? Login will go here, right? We'll go here, go to login and go here, right? And I'm missing one for the use at the end. Request the response next and the arrow. Okay, and here we'll do exactly same thing as we did before. res.status 500. I will do a JSON. I will have an object arrow. You can also do. You can just do like this. Do like. And just do like this way, or message. Okay, like this. Okay. Then let's try, and we have to have our client. To have our client have you can have two XML. Sorry, you can have two HTML. One is only for login. One is for what's then. If you don't like a single page application, you can have one. One is for login, and after login successful, jump to that index HTML. You understand me? Which index HTML have welcome the thing. And if you like one page, then you remove that, hide that login button, the thing, and display the remaining. Okay, easier is two HTML. Okay, so here we have HTML5, and I'll just have a login, which is input. This is username, have input. Do I need to have name attribute? No need, because we are not using a form. Just have ID, because we are using JavaScript to do form acts. Username, okay. And we will have another one, paragraph, password, input, ID as password. And I will have a button here. Additionally, you can also have a div, which is for ID as error message. Okay, you can do like this way. Here I will have a submit, and here I will have ID submit. Okay, then we're gonna have a JS file, which is I will have a login.js here, and here I will have a script. src equals login.js, and let's add a type, text JavaScript. Okay, do like this, right? Then we are logging in. Because we put a square here, so we have to use document.unload. Window.unload, my bad. Unload equals function. Then what you gonna do? Document get by ID. The exact same thing. Okay, you submit, right? Submit. Okay. It's better you check if they put a username password. Okay, I don't check. Okay, you check by yourself. Okay, dot unclick and equals function. Okay, function, right? Equals this function. So I have to get this value. Okay. Okay. No need. No need here. Actually, I'm doing a fetch request, right? Fetch request. What's the URL? HTTP. You can make this. What's the localhost? I think it's Dan or who asked me before. /login. You can make this one to be a constant variable and the host relocate here. Okay, I just don't do. Okay, then I like async await. Let's do async await. This one, and I will have const what's thing, response, right? Equals, and then I will have a const data equals await response.json. Because I don't need to have a try catch. If you take a look at the API about the errors about the fetch, try catch can only like a network connection, the thing. And whenever you have a throw error, it also will go to the data. It won't catch by the try catch. Okay, I remember I showed a student a long time ago, which is a try catch. What kind of request, what kind of error can be in the catch? Okay, the throw error we did cannot go to the catch. It will also in the data. Consider as success. Then here, you can do what? If a data dot error, if the error happened, it means a failed, right? I use ER or error. I have a error, okay? Yeah. I'm wrong, guys. I'm wrong. You didn't tell me. It is a post request. Guys, this one login is a post request. I have to have information. Method is what thing? Post, okay? I have a body. Body is a JSON dot stringify, okay? And here have to have an object, right? Object have to have username. The reason I have to have username here is because what? Because in my controller here is username, here is password. So you have to make sure they match, okay? Username, what's the thing? Document.getElementID. You have to check if it's empty or not empty. Find different check. It's gonna have couldn't find the thing, okay? What's the thing? I use username, right? Username password, okay, same thing. Username dot value and value. I will have a password. The reason I use password because in my controller I use request.body.password. Okay. Document.getElementID. Password. Password. Dot value. Okay, like this, right? Then don't forget about what? Don't forget about what? Do you remember this one? You have to have what's then? What's then? Application. This one? Oh, what's the error? Headers. What's the error? Should I use the headers? Let me check my original code.
Okay, this is correct.
Headers, right? What's the error here? Sorry, I put it in a string effect.
There should be a.
Yeah, this one. Okay, here. Okay, I put it inside the string effect here. String effect. That's it, right? If a data, then you do what? You get this one. Okay, like a document dot get element by ID. Okay, then here this one dot in HTML equals data dot ARR. Okay, then otherwise you will do what? Session dot set item key. You can say access. Normally we call access token. Okay, as you want. Okay, and what's thing? Data entire data, right? Data string, data JSON, right? You can choose what you want. Okay, here. And let's try. Then after you do, we will do location.href equals. We have to log in what's thing? Index.html. Okay. Then here we will do HTML. Okay. Here. Welcome. Here, your name, right? Your name, how to do? You can have. Yes. You can have. I don't do anything. Okay. Script. Let me have another script index.js. Okay. Let me copy this thing to here. Okay. Index.js. Then here in the window.unload. Okay. Equals function. You don't need to fetch the user again because we already here. So here, welcome. I have a H1. How about ID, username? Okay, then you can do what's thing. Document dot get element by ID dot what's thing? Username, right? Then dot in the HTML equals string. The string will be what? JSON dot parse. Okay, session storage dot get element get item. What's I used? I use access token, right? access token. Okay, parse. After parse, get access token should be at JSON dot username. Okay, try if it works. Okay. So let me see my server side. Server side, did I use CORS? Yes. Okay. First required CORS. Okay, and I will do app dot use express.json. Probably actually before dot use CORS. Okay. Two. Okay. Now let's do a test. Yeah. What's that? User control. Oh, it's not defined. User controller. Oh, I didn't define. I didn't didn't this one. Okay. One more time. I still have error. Oh, no errors. No errors. Okay. Now we will log in here. I have something. Identify user, right? Test one. PWD, right? I still identify PWD. Welcome. Oh, this one doesn't have value. Let's try this one. What's the error? It should be the application, but it's most of them it works, right? Except the welcome. Okay. Oh, it's an object. My bad. Okay. Let me finish. Okay. Finish. Okay. I think the problem is here. Login here. This data is a JavaScript object. It's not a JSON. Let's see. Okay. Go back. Refresh, refresh, refresh. Oh, we should add a logout. Let me add a logout for you. Let me finish everything, then I'll answer. Okay. Let's add the button. ID. Yes, logout. Okay, here have a logout. Okay. When we do logout here in index.js, here I will do let me just put it here. It's better you separate in another function. Don't put everything inside the window unload function. Okay, this one is very simple. You just do this one. Session.remove item. Okay. Then, but if I use multiple pages, you have to redirect to login. Okay, let me see. Let me show you. Okay, token. Then we'll have to location dot href. If we don't have if we use one page, right? You just do a refresh. It's gonna go back to login. Okay. Let's try here. Let's close. Let's close. Reopen. And you can make your inspector the same here. Application this one. So far only have this one, right? This one is by the browser did. Sorry, live server did. Okay. Let me kind of find it. Test one. PWD. Okay. Submit. You have this your name ID here, right? When I see here, welcome your name. What's it? Test one, right? And the logout. Gonna go back. That's a login logout. Okay. And after login, then what else you have to do after login? After login, you have to show when we redirect to this page, right? In the login here, you're gonna show what's there. Here, in here, you have to have additional method like a grab, fetch, or like playlists. No, songs or products. You got what I mean? Okay, and also do what? Fetch or fetch playlist or shopping cart from what's that for the user, right? And here has one thing. See here, when I fetch playlist or fetch shopping cart, okay, or fetch users, here you do have to do something. See here, when I fetch products, fetch songs, there's no need for user information, right? I don't need to have user information, right? Because it's just to display everything, you know. But when we fetch playlist or fetch shopping cart, it's related to user. I have to based on user ID in order to get information. Understand me? You got it, right? So here, if I log in successful here, here you need to have a general what's thing. You need to have a general something called this one you have to have something called the authentication. This authentication probably called better called authorization. Okay. Do I have access to that? Which means when I make this request, okay. Here, when I fetch all the products, okay. Let me make a product. Oh, I just give you idea, okay. You have to do something. What's thing? Here, suppose I'm trying to make a fetch. Okay, fetch for what thing? Fetch for all the products. Okay, suppose the URL is like a HTTP localhost 3000. Like I go all the products, right? Okay, we have to make sure they already logged in. Then I can give the products on a semi. Then you have to do what thing? You have to get oh, if I fetch here, you have to put it fetch. How can I pass the thing? Oh, you have to have a headers. Okay. In the headers, typically what we do something called the authorization. Authorization. And this authorization will give the value. What's the value? The value is that thing. You got me? Is this one. This one is a header authorization because we are using fetch. Fetch is a GET request. That's not body. You have to use customize the. You have to use what's thing customize the header to do that. And then what's gonna happen? Then inside here, okay. Let me see. I forgot request dot headers. This one. Let me check. Okay. Suppose what I do after logging, I make this request, right? This request, let me make this one to be a. Let me make this one to be a function fetch products. Okay. Here. I go this one, and then I will make this call. Yes. I'll make this call after I log in. Oh, no. Unclick log out. Oh, this one finished here. Fetch products. Then you can make another for fetch playlist, other things. Okay. So after I fetch products here, I add a thing here. Okay, what's gonna happen? Let's see. Test one. DWD. Submit. Then we go here. Let me take a look at. Okay. This is my headers, right? It should have. See here, authorization. Then you get this one. It's gonna become an. It's a string. Let me see. Okay. Let's try one more time. Okay. It's a good. This. Let me see. Okay. Dot username. Oh, undefined. Probably it's a string. Okay. I guess the problem is because I did something which not okay. Dot username. Yeah, do you see? I got it. And what's gonna do is like this way. Depends what you want, okay? If you want to get a user ID, you can do like this way. And suppose you later on when you find the full playlist, you based on the user ID, right? Then in the request object you can do obj.id. If you based on your name, then you can do like this way. And later on, suppose I have what in your app. This one is for your authorization, and you can have other routers like a app.use what's that /products. Okay, then you have what's that product.router, and then they all have to go through this authorization part, and if it doesn't go through in our see here, this one, it means I find it, right? If you cannot find this authorization, see here, so this one, let me make it more clear. Okay, if this one fine, I will pass, then make sure you call next, which is go to next. Suppose I make a /products, it will go to this one. And else it means you didn't pass the authorization, which means you don't log in for us. Okay, if we don't log in, what's then? You can go to the next, have the arrow like please log in. Okay, but you still need to do a thing here in log in, right? Whatever it is in here, you all after you get data, you have to check what's the value you get. If it's please log in, then you have to redirect to the login page. You got me? And in the following request, because I already passed the user ID in the request object, right? You can use, suppose in the control, you can use request.user ID, you will get a user ID. Then you filter the playlist and the thing. Okay. Now this one, normally we will put it in another controller or some router. You can put it with the user, okay, router called the authorization, something. Basically, the thing you're missing probably is this part, okay, this part, okay. If it's authorization, then you do put it here, and because this request is gonna be carried to the remaining ones, so you can get it. That's it, finished. Let me upload. If you have your personal project question, ask me one by one. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
The front end make 2JS, one like repository. I
Yes,
call
fine.
APIs, and